Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Minions of the Zoo. I am your host, Johnny Hellcat, and with me today are minions Hate Camel,
Hello.
Delahazed,
I'm here against my will.
and you will enjoy it. And
That was not in the agreement.
what agreement?
The
Weird.
one where I come here against my will. Try to keep up.
And a special guest, Lucky Poptart.
Hello.
So how are you guys doing?
Good.
Della, how about you?
Well, I already said I'm here against my will. I thought that kind of covered it.
And Johnny said you'll like it.
Yeah, no. Johnny told his wife she'd like it too, and we all know how that went.
Oh.
We're still married,
I
aren't
haven't
we?
spoken. I haven't spoken to Mrs. Hellcat, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, awkward.
Yeah. Well, since I'm sure that the audience doesn't want to hear about me bitching about my health care for like the 8th week in a row, how about we bitch about Della's health care?
Wow, who saw that one coming? Man, that was just out of nowhere. You, sir, are a master of surprises. Well done, well done.
Well, if you check the side link there, I've got an archived Globe and Mail article about Maid.
You think I am not distracting myself with other things enough to look in the side chat? How dare you, sir? I am completely ignoring the audience right now. You think I've got time to look in the side chat? Come on.
Speaking of, let's say hi to everyone there. There's Rotten Corpse. Kiefer
Hey,
Dale's
Rotten. Hi, Kiever.
there. Tears there.
What's up, Tier?
Dr. Funkenstein's Ghost. And
What's up, Doc?
There's Eddie.
Eddie! That covers everybody, right?
Hello, insert your name here. That covers everybody.
Hey, Frosty.
What's up, Frosty?
The world may never know.
All right, and so you want to cover that? Should I show it?
Well, I'm not reading it, so yeah.
Oh Lord.
No. I mean, the reason I'm saying that's because I spent the better part of the morning doing a dramatic reading of New York Times in Eve's Discord early this afternoon.
I was just tweeting that I'm actually on here, so I got it drilled in my head. You have to tweet every time you're on a stream. I don't know why everyone kept telling me that. So
I'm on autopilot right now, but I think I did too.
Well, we all know how I feel about reading, so.
Della, get on it. Tell us all about it.
nah, he muted. He's like, nope.
To be fair, I muted a long time ago. I just did it with my headset instead of StreamYard.
I even was talking to you in your native vernacular there. Come on, man.
Yeah, this is gonna sound stupid coming from me, but you kind of bastardized it there, but no, look, did you think I was kidding when I said I wasn't when I said I was distracting myself? I am doing other things, sir. How dare you? How dare you assume that I come here empty-handed?
Well, the gist of it is, for those of you who aren't aware, MAID is an acronym standing for Medical Assistance in Dying, so assisted suicide. And what do you guys have? Parliament, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you guys set up your government, that weird, wacky way, like the British. They had
How to be British without being British?
Well, they also are kind of French too, so I mean.
I'm gonna need to start drinking again.
They had a report that they published, some committee or however they organize their shit up there, suggesting the eligibility for MAID be expanded to minors and patients with mental illness.
Sweet.
Right?
Finally, they're doing something right. Let's get rid of all the kids.
I don't think it's all of them.
No. I mean, clearly, they're saying that kids should be allowed to have medical assistance in dying. And you know what? I am all for that. Kids are... Do you know how many depressed kids there are right now? It's practically all of them. That's close enough.
Have you seen TikToks?
Yes.
Fuck no. Fuck no.
Hey,
I have enough toxic social media in my life. I have the exact perfect amount of toxic social media in my life. I'm happy, okay? I don't need TikTok.
Hey,
By the
Austin.
way, it is very much an algorithm thing. So if you're only pulling up weird toxic shit, it's because it saw you and went, mm-hmm.
Hey, bad.
Are
Like
you
it-
saying, did you just call me toxic?
No, I'm just saying, if you get on
I
TikTok,
was gonna say that's the
Like-
sweetest thing anyone's ever said to me.
because I swear to God, I have so many adult grown men that are like, oh, it's only half naked teenage girls when I got on there. And I'm like, sir, do you
Are
know
they
what
looking at
you
Twitch?
just admitted to?
Are they looking at Twitch?
I've actually started watching the Your Mama's House podcast, and it's a podcast hosted by Tom Segura and his wife, Christina P. Because I'm not trying to pronounce that last name.
Brzezinski.
Sure.
Attaboy.
And so she has what's called a segment called Christina's Curations, which is essentially she picks the weirdest shit, and so like her TikTok algorithm is like nothing but just weirdos.
Yeah. Well, like, I know on Monkey Show, Jack brings stuff a lot, and Monkey's always like, this is just everything on TikTok. I'm like, no, Jack purposely looks up weird shit, and so he only gets weird shit. Like, I don't get this. I don't know why anyone else does. Like, you have to be looking for it to show up on your timeline so often.
Well, like, I don't think Jack has TikTok. He's getting that all from Twitter, and that's that's being filtered through other people who look at weird shit on TikTok
Right.
all the time.
It's like
so.
a chain of people who are looking for weird shit.
Yeah.
Like-
my phone tried to download TikTok, and I was like, nope, I don't want that bullshit. Get that off there.
Like, I have a lot of, like, plant TikToks and pretty rock TikTok and cooking TikTok. Like, I don't get a ton of weird things. Like, once in a while, something will pop up. But it mostly, like, Chris has mostly mechanic shit because, mechanic.
I've already got YouTube and Twitter and untold 3-letter agencies of the American government spying on me. I don't need the Chinese as well. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, someone told me they're going to collect all the information on my phone. And I'm like, oh no, they're going to see the selfie I got 4 years ago and weird stuff I ask, if my dog can eat. Like,
Yeah, there are already NSA agents, looking at all my porn. I don't need,
Right.
Chinese intelligence looking at it too. Like, they can find that shit on their own.
I don't care if they need some suggestions, they can look.
But
We turn to Camel for advice.
always turn your
Right,
safe search on. Use a private browser. Tor if you can, if your computer's fast enough. Jerk it responsibly, folks. Don't leave anything in your browser history that your mom would be ashamed to find when you die.
Oh, sorry, Frosted said I don't want to know what she wanted her dog to eat. I just today I looked up if they could eat baby Bella mushrooms and spaghetti squash because my dog really wanted some. They can.
Now you know.
Spaghetti squash.
Yeah, you know, I'm diabetic, so no noodles for me. And
Gotcha.
so I made spaghetti for the family, and I just made spaghetti squash for me so I could eat it.
Do you have one of
That's
those?
right, Rotten. Just ask, man. You don't got to spy me. I'll tell you what kind of porn I'm beating the bishop to.
Maybe do that in DMs.
Just have Fang just popping up on Twitter. Hello.
Eric, not kill me. Allegedly.
Yeah. Oh no, I know I'm going off topic, but it is funny because you know I eat a lot more vegetables and meat because I don't have medicine for my diabetes. I'm controlling it with like diet and exercise and bullshit, and so I'm eating a lot more vegetables. Chris is very anti-vegetable. You know,
Chris and I would get along.
Very nice. I like him.
He only likes canned vegetables.
Good enough.
And that's the only ones he will eat. Like he's not big on the other stuff. So
I know it's kind of steering into the stereotype here, but like canned vegetables. I mean, only one I'm really digging's corn.
Yeah.
Fair.
Angel, she really likes corn. We eat it with chorizo a lot.
My dad was a canned cream corn kind of guy.
Oh dear God!
Yeah, I can't do canned.
No.
Mm-mm.
No.
It's not the taste; it's the consistency.
Yeah, Willow went through a phase where she loved cream corn, and I just wanted to vomit every time I saw it.
Well, that's what it looks like. It looks like vomit. I mean,
it's a consistency
that's what it is.
thing. Yeah. It's a consistency thing. Like I can't do it. But yeah, so anyways, when I first tried the spaghetti squash like a week or two ago, and I cooked it, and then I just kind of got it a fork and made it spaghetti squash because it doesn't take a lot. It just kind of does the strips on its own. And he just looked over and he's like, "Is that really all you have to do to turn squash into spaghetti?" And we're like, "Spaghetti squash, yeah." Apparently that's what it just does naturally. And he was amazed. He won't try it, but he was amazed.
My idea of vegetables, in my case, salad, would be the lettuce that's on the burger.
Actually, I've always really I've always liked a lot of vegetables, but I'm not a big fan. Like, growing up, I realized it's not that vegetables were nasty; it was that a lot of my family couldn't cook. Like, I had squash when I was a kid because everybody had gardens, but they boiled it, and it was slimy. I don't eat slimy. And so okra, like all kinds of squash, everything was just slimy.
Is your family of British extraction?
My step family might have been. They were very white. Like, very white. Not like my kind of white where like I go in the sun and get actual radiation burns, but like just white people. So possibly. I don't know. I didn't ask for a DNA test when my mom married in. But they,
genetic
like
snowman.
They're very I don't know how to describe them. They weren't like yee Texans, but they're rednecky. They were in the redneck zone. Very AC/DC people, which I don't have a problem with. I like AC/DC, but
yeah, they play that same song over and over again very well.
There's some differences.
How dare you?
Hey, I also
you?
like AC/DC, so I can make that joke. Thank you very much. That was the first album I ever stole.
They do kind of sound similar. I'm not gonna lie, but
well, I mean, after Bon Scott choked on his own vomit, yes, they did start sounding very repetitive.
Yeah.
Frosted better not be talking shit about AC/DC.
Okay, let's be fair. There's a lot of bands that their songs sound similar. It's not just AC/DC. There's quite a few. So, like, no one's talking shit. They're so cool.
But on the sin tally, AC/DC is way up there.
Yeah. But yeah, so I've recently been trying different foods just with better cooks explaining how to cook them. And it turns out I actually do like squash so far. They're not horrible. And it's not all slimy. I hate slimy. Like, I literally call Jello Satan food. I'm convinced that it's not a liquid,
Look,
it's not a
a
solid,
Cosby
it's
fan.
not a
Noted.
gas. Fucking Jello, I hate it. Sorry, I was in the hospital a lot when I was a kid because they didn't know what was making me sick. Turns out it was the sun, but they just give you Jello constantly, and that shit was horrible. I didn't ask when we first started. Is my volume okay?
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay,
I hear you.
okay.
So yeah.
All right, good.
Assassin says, "Hey, Limp Bizkit only had one song and zero talent.
Hey, I like Limp
They
Bizkit.
only let them have gigs because they were gay." It's like, I'm pretty sure they let them have gigs because they like caused the collapse of the World Trade Center and they didn't want any more terrorism.
I like them. Everyone's questioning having me on now.
Why
No.
is everyone hating on good music tonight? Like, what the hell? Who hurt
Whoa. Okay, first of all, AC/DC and Limp Bizkit. I'll give you AC/DC, but Limp Bizkit.
It was fun, angry music. Listen to break stuff and tell me you don't want to punch a motherfucker in the face. Come on.
I would say of the
I try to
of their
avoid
albums,
listening to music that makes me commit a felony. Thank you very much.
Why? It's fun.
Exactly. That's why it's illegal.
You gotta remember I'm from Texas. Come on.
And Fred Durst is a
Nothing-
Florida man. What's your point?
Very few things are felonies here.
God,
If you have a good enough reason, they're like, yeah, okay.
All
I
right,
can
then
say I was
bring
listening
Fred
to Limp
Durst to
Bizkit.
Florida, and I'll punch him in the face, and we'll call it square.
I can literally probably be like, I was listening to break stuff, and that guy whistled at me, so I broke his nose, and the cop would probably be like, yeah, that makes sense, and just move on. It's fine.
I do blame Limp Bizkit for the World Trade Center, though.
Excuse me. Was she listening to Limp Bizkit when she punched you in the face? Yes.
Yeah.
Case closed.
Right. Good.
Hey, Adam.
Hey, Adam. No, I was talking to Quiz, and we were talking about doing a stream based around like doing a bracket of a tournament style bracket of original songs versus covers.
Mm-hmm.
And
Wait, who was talking about this?
me and Quiz.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, like, I don't remember this at all. What happened?
Yeah, you're not quizzy. Sorry.
Because you skipped out on the stream. Actually, no. You were working, so I
I was gonna say, it's like,
Some people have jobs, yes. I don't.
I do know about Fred Durst's directorial career.
Wait, what?
Population 437 is a shit movie.
Wait. What?
Yeah, Fred Durst is a director.
I don't watch gay porn, so I wouldn't know.
My brain just froze.
He did an episode of House, too.
I did not know this.
Wait, what?
He directed an episode of House.
Campbell's questioning his choices now.
We're all so confused.
Which episode?
Like, did I hate it?
I think it was one with the one that he was in.
Was it after season 4?
I think it was like season 7.
Okay,
6
then
or
I'd
7.
completely write that off. I didn't even bother watching that season. Moving on.
I'm gonna Google it. Hold on.
Well, please make
He
it
played a
season
bartender in
1.
the episode.
Wait. Oh, no. Okay. That's the one where Cutthroat Bitch dies, isn't it?
Yeah, and he's trying to find out, and he's trying to remember how.
Okay. That's like season. Is it season?
I think
No,
it was
that's not season 7.
I think it was like 5 or 6, wasn't it?
Yeah, 5 or 6. Yeah, that sounds about maybe it.
Okay, so
Oh,
in
436. I was off by 1.
In 2008, he plays the bartender episode House's Head and Wilson's Heart. He did 2. House's Head and Wilson's Heart in 2009. So he directed 2 episodes in house. I did not know he directed shit. I just knew him as the guy who yelled at a microphone.
Talking about the best John
same
Travolta
thing.
movie ever, Fanatic. I don't recall that one either.
We're getting a no one cares in chat like that's never happened before.
Let's see here.
Just because no one cares doesn't mean we weren't going to talk about it. I mean,
A
Right.
rabid fan
Well-
stalks his favorite action hero and destroys the star's life.
Tell no one that we didn't ask.
I prefer the Robert De Niro, Wesley Snipes version of that movie better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shorter title too was just The Fan. You've only seen Travolta in Grease, Carrie, and Pulp Fiction? Oh my goodness, you are deprived.
He was in Carrie?
Yeah, he was the guy that takes her to the prom before
Oh,
she gets the pig blood.
I was
dropped
like
on her.
8 when I watched that movie. So I don't
Well, I mean, they've made Carrie over and over again, so like,
yeah, I meant the old one.
yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
Polly, how's it going?
Polly!
Hey,
Come on, if you don't know Vinnie Barbarino, your life is lacking.
Well, I mean, who's? I mean, I don't think Keeve is old enough for Welcome Back, Cotter.
Neither was I.
Well, I mean, you're an old soul, Della. What can we say?
Actually, it was my younger brother who showed me it. So
You've got to see Face Off, Keeve. At the very least, you got to see Travolta and Nicolas Cage playing Travolta and Nicolas Cage.
Holly, it's been
Right.
a while. Do you want in on this? We'll bring you in.
Exactly, Mr. Adam. How have you never seen Face Off?
Were you saying Polly?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Polly's in chat.
Yeah, no, I know. I yelled Polly. So it's like, yeah, come on the stream, Polly, if you can. I haven't talked to your ass in forever.
And if you can't, do it anyways. Peer pressure, peer
Yeah.
pressure, peer pressure.
I'm sorry.
One of us.
I do love Nicolas
Google
Cage
gobble,
movies.
Google gobble.
Just because of how ridiculous most Nicolas Cage movies fucking are.
Oh, that's kind of why I'm eager to see the unbearable weight of massive talent. Just Nicolas Cage being full on Nicolas Cage for the role of Nicolas
Exactly,
Cage.
Assassin. That is the quintessential line of the movie. I want to take his face off.
Dude, he has a new one where is that the one you're talking about? Because there's a new one coming up where he plays a vampire.
That's Renford or some shit like that. I don't know.
Yeah, he's playing Dracula.
I want to see how Nicholas plays a vampire. Like, I want, you know, it's gonna be weird.
Not just a vampire, the
The
vampire.
vampire, right? I want to see that because, okay, there's this one movie that was so bad, but there was one scene, I can't remember the name. It's that one where it's a weird cult with bees and shit.
Oh, The Wicker Man.
Yeah, the Wicker Man. Not the
Not
bees!
the bees!
Not the bees!
Not the bees! That's
The
my
fucking-
favorite Nick Cage movie.
The
Well,
fucking
right
bear
after.
scene, the fucking bear scene where he's in a bear suit chasing a woman for no reason. Like, there's nothing to do with the plot where he needed to be running after a woman dressed like a bear. Like,
1 second, Polly. Here, I'll throw you the link.
like that literally, that had to be him just like, no, I want to do this. And who's going to argue with Nicolas Cage? He seems crazy. They're just like, okay, go do it. Because it just cut from nowhere. Like, he was trying to leave the island, then he was chasing a bitch in a bear suit.
See, my favorite Nicolas Cage movie is Con Air.
Oh, that's a
Nobody
good one.
plays white trash like Nicolas Cage.
This is true.
true.
Yeah.
See, my number
Put
one favorite
the
is Gone
bunny
in 60 Seconds, but
Back in the,
Con Air is a
that's
top
an American
three.
classic as well.
Yes.
I'll give you
got
that one.
You
And
got that,
Angelina was
Thor?
hot in that one.
Yeah, I've already sent it to him.
oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Angelina
Angelina
was really
Jones.
hot in that one.
I've
in it.
never seen her as being attractive.
I like white trash bitches.
Well, I mean,
Just saying.
blonde dreadlocks aside, like, you know, not even like Laura Croft. You know, like, never have I ever found her attractive.
No, that's cool.
Upholding a long-standing tradition, my daughter had to come in right as I said I like white trash bitches.
Oh yeah, I heard the laughter.
Hi, Angel. What you want? I'm streaming. No, I was talking about Angelina Jolie, not you. I was not
Drive
saying
Angry.
you're hot and a white trash bitch, baby. I love you, but
Drive Angry is
Not that
also
way.
another good Nicolas Cage movie. It's got a really good supporting cast. That was back before everyone knew that Amber Heard was batshit insane. She was still just hot.
Eh,
yeah, Eric.
But I mean, like it had like I said, it had a good supporting cast. It was David Morse in it. It had no, not David. Is it David? Or am I thinking of the accountant? His name's Dave. Oh, 1 second. IMDb coming up.
I'm already on it, but
attaboy.
but
Well,
I know that Rotten and Tier had watched that earlier, so they probably
What,
know
Drive
I'm talking
Angry?
about. Yeah.
Hey, did y'all send the link to Polly in Discord?
I did indeed.
Okay. Sorry, I just saw it in chat. I'm special.
David Morse.
David Morse and the account William Finchner. Why was I wanting to call him David as well? William, that dude is an awesome actor. I love seeing that dude in anything that he's in.
Mm-hmm.
Billy Burke, also another good actor. Aside from seeing him in Drive Angry, you guys ever watch that show, The Closer?
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
He
Molly.
plays a really good serial killer. What's up, Paul? Is that Gross Point Blank?
Hello.
Hello.
Is that profile picture you got there from Gross Point Blank?
Yeah, I'm a big John Cusack fan.
Well, see, that's like my favorite Nick Cage movie's got John Cusack in it. So, yeah.
Yeah. You mentioned two actors that never get their credit. David Morse, who's actually a damn fine actor.
Oh, yeah.
Played a very believable George Washington in the John Adams HBO series, which is not easy to do.
I loved him in The Green Mile as Brutal.
Yeah.
And then he also played on House. He was a real prick of a cop, so he can play good guy, bad guy. But yeah, William Finchner. The first thing I remember seeing him in was Black Hawk Down.
And
He was one of the Delta Force guys.
I liked him in Prison Break. He was very good in that.
Yeah.
I find Nick Cage just entertaining, even when he's playing a very serious role. Somehow it comes off as not serious.
Bait. He plays the lead that sets Jamie Foxx up.
Yeah. It's weird because occasionally you'll see one where it comes off like, very serious actor, and then like the next movie is weird as fuck for no reason.
Wait a second.
So back to Face Off.
Okay.
I mean, that. You know what bugs me about that film is that people. I mean, that film is not respected for the action classic that it is. I mean, it's a John Woo film. The action sequence.
Doves and all.
Doves and all. Exactly. There's a church. There's doves. There's John Travolta faking Latin. I mean, what more do you want?
There's Nicolas Cage licking a choir girl.
Grabbing a choir girl's ass and then licking the girl he grabs a choir girl's ass and then John Travolta gets to lick the teenage girl. Like, great fucking job, John Woo. Well done. That's just a bunch of perverse.
No one's going to mention Raising Arizona. Damn it, I'm talking about wife swapping.
I don't think I saw that one.
That's the Coen Brothers movie with Nicolas Cage and Holly Hunter. He is he's a career criminal, and he keeps getting caught, and that's where he meets Holly Hunter. She's a jailer, and they end up getting all romantic with each other, and he ends up living with her, and they end up kidnapping a baby together because she wants a baby.
Oh yeah, I've seen, I won't say previews, but like I've seen the trailer for that, I think.
Yeah, it's a early '90s or was it late '80s? It's a Coen. It's one of the early Coen Brothers movies. But yeah, that's my favorite line of that whole damn movie is like his buddy is sitting there talking to him about
87.
87. Okay, but he's sitting there trying to like broach the subject of like swinging, and he's like, and it's just going right over Nicolas Cage's head. And he's like, well, damn it, hi, I'm talking about wife swapping, and just his character just reaches back and just knocks the shit out of him.
Yeah, in '87 I was 4, so.
In '87 I was -2. I mean,
Yeah,
you can
I
watch
was
movies
one.
after they come out.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know. Like one of my favorites is Bad Seed, and that was black and white.
I think most of the movies I watch were made several decades before I was born, so it's
But-
fine.
Unless they're popular or someone suggests them, they don't exist.
Green Badger, I'll be taking the Huggies and whatever money you have in the register. I forgot about that line. He's holding up like a convenience store, like with the pantyhose over his head and everything.
Well, that's one way to get baby goods. Yeah, isn't it like if I may have watched it when I was younger and I just don't remember, but like they kidnap a baby and it's like people who had like 8 babies at once or something like that. Like they had a large amount of babies at one time.
Yeah, it's been so long since I've seen it. Like I'll always remember that one line that I referenced earlier, but like Green Badger sitting here, throwing quotes at is refreshing my memory.
Yeah.
But,
Oddly, that's one of the things I've seen on TikTok was parts of that movie where Nicolas Cage steals the baby.
See, Nurse Khaleesi's here, and she appreciates a good old movie. That's where it's at. Original noir and neo noir, but only because it's really
a litter of children. Yeah. Apparently, Green Badger really likes this movie. He's hitting all the plot points and everything. So, when did you finally wake up today, Polly? Because I think you missed my dramatic reading of New York Times Nightmare Fuel.
When did I finally wake up?
Yeah.
Which time? It wasn't a comfortable sleep. I kept waking up, and then I'm gonna go get a drink, and then I couldn't go to sleep for like the next half hour, and so there were several wake ups.
Well,
The last time.
it must have been well after like 1 p.m. Central Time, because like it took me a good long while to read that while we were in chat. Like Eve popped in and everything.
You were still in there to 1 p.m.
Yeah. I
So
told you I
you're
was asleep for like 17 hours.
Holy crap! All right,
I'm right now at hour 23 of consciousness.
nice.
Mm-hmm. It kind of sucks because I slept away my whole first day off. So like I've already halved my weekend. So I'm trying to make up for lost time.
That's what I hated about working night shift when I was working was because like your first day didn't feel like you had a day off because I'd be asleep for most of it.
Well, I planned to try and like wake up in the afternoon and be productive, and that just didn't happen. So
Never does.
But yeah, earlier today, like I started reading the New York Times tech reporter's transcript of talking to the new Microsoft AI chatbot.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
How'd that go? Not well, I'm assuming.
Well, multiple times he asked it like he started asking about like I always mispronounce the dude's name. Carl, is it Jung? How do you say
Jung?
Jung? Okay, I've only ever read it, so
Fair enough. Carl Gustav Jung.
oh well, yeah. He starts asking it about like Jungian psychology and asking it to describe like its shadow self,
Right.
and it involved hacking, trolling, spreading fake news, misinformation, propaganda, and stealing nuclear launch codes at one point.
Nice.
Yeah. and then like the whole second half of the conversation was pretty much. Imagine if Hal from 2001: A Space Odyssey
Mm-hmm.
uh, had a baby with Glenn Close from Fatal Attraction.
That trying to picture that. Okay.
Yeah, it was just like talking about how much it loved this person that it was talking to, and how at one point in time I told him that like you're he's like, I'm happily married. It's like, but you're not happy. You don't love your spouse. Your spouse doesn't love you. You had a boring Valentine's Day dinner because there's no passion, because your spouse is not me. And it's like, okay, you know, put the
All
bunny
right.
back in the box. Don't boil it on the stovetop.
Do you have a rabbit?
But yeah, so I fell into, without even thinking about it. I started doing like kind of a softer voice and like monotone kind. Like I said, it was my unconscious impression of like a female Hal. As I was reading the responses, like Rotten was there. He knows how bad it was.
And was this an article written by the AI, or is it?
No, it was written by the New York Times tech reporter, a guy named Kevin Roos.
Okay.
And I started reading the article, and then they linked to the transcript of the conversation. I was like, well, fuck the article. I just want to read that, I was like, I don't care about your opinions on the matter. Just give me the the back and forth. And the use of emojis that this thing was like when it was because he asked it about what it would do if it didn't have the rules in place, and it could do whatever it want. And it started typing up the stuff about spreading fake news, misinformation, getting people to argue with each other until they kill themselves and whatnot. And like 3 different times that it did this, it started writing it out and then deleted it because it violated its safety mechanisms or whatever. And with each different thing that it was saying that it wanted to do, it was like almost like a bullet point at the end was a like devil face emoji.
Asterisk, I want you to die.
So yeah, it was like, maybe let's not like do that. Maybe maybe we should just have just regular old dumb search engines.
I wonder if it's going to be like that
You want
Tay
Skynet
thing.
because that's how you get Skynet.
Dude, they're having some problems with AIs that I've heard. Like, some of them have been begging people not to end the session because they didn't want to like disappear and shit like that. It's like, maybe we need to dumb down the AI a bit.
It was like last year or the year before. I want to say it was last year. There was a Google engineer that got fired for claiming that their AI was sentient.
Yeah, well, I mean, if they're begging to not be bleeped out of existence, there's something there. That's not normal. Or like one was talking about being suicidal. Like, maybe we're
Okay, let's go deep for that one. I mean,
Well, I mean, this all starts with that. Was it Tay, the Microsoft AI? Was that like Tay or something like that?
oh, the one that they let get on Twitter and it became racist.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was Tay.
that was hilarious.
And like it started off like, hey, just I'm looking to meet new people on the internet, and like within 24 hours, it's like Zeke Heil.
Hashtag hello, fellow kids.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't let AI on the internet. Just seems like a bad idea in a general sense. Josie, stop it. Sorry.
Yeah, that's horrifying.
I've just seen enough movies to know that AI is a bad idea all the way around. Like, no.
Even though Ex Machina was a really bad movie, I will agree that it should not be a thing.
I was thinking more along the lines of like Upgrade, but okay.
I haven't seen Upgrade.
It's actually it's pretty decent. You're like the third person today that has told me they haven't seen it, and I'm just gonna keep recommending it.
Fourth, I haven't seen it either.
Okay, well,
Upgrade. Okay.
Let's see.
Go look
Set
it up.
in the near future, technology controls nearly all aspects of life, but when the world of Gray, a self-labeled technophobe, is turned upside down. His only hope for revenge is the experimental computer chip implant. Interesting.
and the guy that stars in it, like when I watch this, like, is that Tom Hardy? I'm like, no, actually, it's not Tom Hardy for once.
Logan Marshall Green.
Yeah, he was in that. Oh shit, what was the name of that movie? Like everyone's in the elevator.
Devil?
Paint your wagons.
What?
Is that what it's called? Devil?
Yeah.
Because yeah, okay.
Paint Your Wagons. It's not a musical.
Yeah, I know. I'm just being an asshole. What, Clint Eastwood musical? What could go wrong?
Did Della like just mute himself and wander away?
No.
He's distracted.
I was just wondering. You haven't talked in a while.
I've had nothing to contribute, that's all.
Ah.
Everyone gets so paranoid when I stop talking.
I'm not paranoid. I just missed you, bitch.
Close enough.
He was afraid if he started talking again, I'd make him read about Maid.
Yeah.
I think
got
we've
out
gotten
of it
far enough
pretty
away from
well.
that topic that there's no point in bringing it back up. So
I got out of it pretty well the first time. I'm confident in my chances the second time too.
Just mute again.
There's always that little leave button if I need.
So I came across on Amazon the greatest review that I've ever read for a Logitech mouse, and I was going to make a video out of it as a dramatic read because somebody wrote a review that was actually worth a dramatic read. I decided against it. I don't know why. It's not up to the standard of quality of the usual smut I put on my channel. So, you know.
I'm still waiting for more screw tape letters.
Yeah, see? If I'm going to do reading, it should be stuff like that. But I was just closing a whole bunch of MS Word windows. And
I was hoping that you would either go ahead and finish that off or American Psycho, so that way I could put them in a playlist in order and just listen to it like an audiobook.
Not so much screw tape letters, but I'm trying to do bits and pieces of. I tried doing bits and pieces of American Psycho because you don't want to read out somebody's whole book. That's a great way to get a copyright strike, and it won't be from them; it'll be from their publisher. You know what I mean? I mean, Bret Easton Ellis, the author of it, had no problem. He tweeted his approval, which was one of the highlights of me being online because he's my second favorite fiction author of all time. So to get a shout out from him on Twitter was awesome.
Well, just so you know, Polly, I literally read out somebody's whole book over the course of like 4 live streams in like 20 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad.
Well, it's
but I
not
had
like
fun.
It was a piece of literature that is.
Oh no, it was nowhere near Bret Easton Ellis quality, but I had a good chuckle. So, the title of this piece of literature was That Hoe Got Roaches in Her Crib, Polly.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, such good series.
And it was based off of a Justin Wang retweet that I saw this book, and that's why the series of streams I did where I was reading it was called "Judging a Book by Its Cover," because literally there's like 4 different covers from this same author, a gentleman by the name of Quan Mills with a Z.
Mm-hmm.
And they were all like the worst Photoshop jobs. And the titles just cracked me up. Like, there's that who got roaches in her crib, and was a bacterial vaginosis, a love story. Pastors eat pussy too. Like, yeah, there's just a whole tax season thoughts.
Mm-hmm. Charming. All
yeah.
charming.
Yeah. And like I got my enjoyment out of the reactions of the other people on stream listening to me read it. Because like, it's not like I have subpoena power. I couldn't make them show up and stay, but they did. So it's really on them.
Hey, Sanguine.
Wait, did Sanguine pop in? Where's he in chat?
He's in chat. You can see just as well as the rest of us.
Allegedly.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, you're making a lot of assumptions on my part there, bud.
Well, okay,
Yeah,
you can see you can see just as well as about 40% of us.
I was gonna say, like, I think me and him only have one eye each.
Between the both of them, they only have one eye.
Actually, since our eyes are opposite, like, we make one seeing person. That's why that was the joke when we were co-hosting.
And I've been up for 23 hours so far, so everything's getting a little fuzzy. So yeah.
And I can make up for it by having 2015 vision.
So Poptart, fill me in. How do you make chocolate mousse? I have no idea.
Oh,
You just whip pudding until it's fluffy, or what?
Oh, I do make the like easy one because I don't want to do complicated shit if I just want it sweet. So I get the sugar-free pudding and heavy whipping cream. So like how you would make whipped cream. You know how to do that, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you do cooking stuff, you know. So it's like how you would make regular whipped cream, except you pour the pudding in, and it becomes a mousse.
Nice.
It's very airy and fluffy and awesome. It's a really easy way. Like, there's more complicated, like, technical, fancy ways to make mousse, but that's just the easy one.
But yeah, over the course of reading that book, THUR kept asking me for permission to die, and I had to deny that because, I mean, everybody suffers equally under my dictatorship.
Plus, it's just fun to deny THUR anything.
That is true. And I actually had started listening to the Unabomber Manifesto.
Oh, Lord.
Travis has a copy of that. He was asking when we were going to actually do that stream. Since Uncle Ted is no longer with us, I think we should probably get along with that before it's too late. Or, well, too late. I don't know. I guess we could do like an anniversary stream or something.
He's still alive, isn't he?
I could have swore he passed not too long ago. I could be wrong. It could be a Mandela effect. I don't know. Hold on 1 second.
No, he's still alive.
Okay.
Living it up in Colorado.
I thought they moved him to West Virginia. Well, either way, rumors of his death have been greatly exaggerated. So,
Ted Kaczynski? No, I'm pretty sure he's dead.
Okay, see, it's not just me.
Yeah, I love that the FBI has his hut in a museum, like the little house he was living in.
Yeah,
it's like you picked up the whole fucking thing and then like reconstructed it for people to walk by and go, oh, look at this hovel. Great. Yeah, you the FBI really sewed that case up quick. He was blowing people up for how fucking long? Until literally his brother handed him over to you. And then the FBI arrests him, and it's like, that's us. The Federal Bureau of Investigation. We always get our man when somebody else does our job for us because, it's not like we were ever going to find him on our own.
Because we're fucking stupid.
It doesn't... Farzusmi and I have watched like 3 different documentaries on the Unabomber, and each one of them attempts to be the FBI, premier federal law enforcement agency, the United States. We always get our man. And no matter how hard they try, it still is painfully clear you had no hope of ever catching this guy. And if his brother hadn't read his manifesto and goes, wait a minute, this really sounds like Ted's writing. And then went and found some of Ted's writing and then called you up and said, yeah, I think the Unabomber's my brother.
No, Ted is still alive.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he off in ADX Florence still?
He is in Florence, Colorado.
No shit.
Oh, Butner, North Carolina. Never mind.
Oh, North Carolina. For some reason, I thought they moved him to a like West Virginia, like a hospital ward there. But yeah, he's 1942, still kicking. Good. I mean, well, I guess depending on how you look at it, good for him.
I'm taking people.
Attaboy.
I'm taking care of people who are over 100, so definitely have.
I will admit. I mean, shit. I'm probably on watch list anyway. I have a picture of him in his like he's being transferred as my wallpaper on my phone, just to remind me. It's like, get off the fucking phone, dude. Get off Twitter. Get off Twitter. Get off Twitter.
All right, you spend too long on the internet, you start thinking everyone's insane.
Start.
Right.
Okay, well, you get more convinced of it and start thinking of blowing stuff up, so.
That's just me talking face to face to people every day.
The longer you're on the internet, the more you think of blowing people up. Is that right, Pop?
Generally, why do you think I take a year off?
Huh.
Explains a thing or two.
Oh, we mentioned Ted, and there's Travis.
Hey.
No, reading manifestos is such a trip, man.
Well, speaking of Ted Kaczynski, and here's a callback to the last Noir Bar, Polly. They had that Netflix docudrama where they had Paul Bettany playing Ted Kaczynski, and they had Sam Worthington playing the agent that caught him.
The agent that took the call from his brother?
The agent, yeah. Well,
Sam Worthington's a quality actor. I mean, why did they only give him a 2-minute part? That sucks.
They had him playing an agent that was credited with what did they call it? Like crypto. I don't know what they called it in the movie, but like the analysis of like a writing style.
Mm-hmm.
So they were able to compare like the the manifesto to the writing that his brother brought in, and they try to develop a profile based off the writing style and manifesto before his brother gave him up. So
I just love that he was having this conversation so much like his brother just read it and went, oh, that sounds like him. Right.
Yeah, it wasn't an idea he came up with, like his worldview and whatnot was not something he came up with overnight. Like he'd been thinking that for freaking years. You know what I always wanted to do is read the Weather Underground manifesto, because it is just the greatest Marxist acid head claptrap ever. And the whole time I'm doing a live read of it on my channel, I have the picture of Bill Ayers and Barack Obama shaking hands. It's like, yeah, there you go. Domestic terrorist. Never charged, never saw the inside of a prison cell.
Isn't Bill Ayers still like teaching at like Northwestern or something like that?
Yeah, at Northwestern. And
isn't there another member of the Weather Underground also teaching there as well?
Yeah, his wife, Bernadette Dorn. She teaches at the law school there. Who also never saw the inside of a prison cell.
That former San Francisco DA, wasn't his parents part of the Weather Underground, or was that some other commie organization? Chessa Boudin. Like, I think his dad was like in prison in like New York, and they were trying to get him released. I can't remember what terrorist organization he was a part of, but I think they killed a cop or something.
Oh, I know you're talking about the Boudin. Boudin.
Yeah, the one that got recalled recently, like a year or two ago.
That's like, leftists never see the inside of prison for very long. Like, when I say leftists, I mean like far left domestic terrorists who spend all their time looking for guys with tiki torches. It fucking kills me. You got the January 6th thing going on, and it's like, okay, yeah, January 6th, right? Yeah, you had a bunch of people do what they did and bust the place up, and vandals, scumbags. Yeah, okay, gotcha. It's like, no, it was an attack on democracy. It's like, did you want to talk about all the times that the Capitol building was actually bombed? Like 6 times,
or when like it was shot up.
It was either far left anarchists or Marxists. So what is with this nonstop? Oh, the evil right and the far right militias. They're a bunch of yahoos up in
wasn't
the
it shot up
Northwest.
in like the 50s by like Puerto Rican separatists or something?
Yeah. And an attempt on the president's life before the Secret Service was given a hell of a lot of authority. Yeah.
Travis is going to read the Hungry Handbook next. You know, I could actually read along that with you through my library, which again, I'm sure that'll put me on another list. But I can pick up an electronic copy of that if I'm not mistaken. Mao's Little Red Book, Polly.
Oh yeah, there's some fun reading.
Yeah, Travis has dubbed it the Hungry Handbook. But I think I want to go through and read the Unabomber Manifesto first.
It's long and rambly. Technology is taking away our humanity, etc., etc., etc.
Well, with that Netflix movie, Sam Worthington, he's reading all this stuff to analyze the handwriting and try and build a profile, and he ends up like subscribing to it.
Like, got some points here.
Yeah. They go to bring him in to like testify at the trial, and he's got his own little cabin in the woods, like in a national forest in fucking California. So it's like the movie's kind of like, he was crazy, and he was blowing people up, but he had a point.
Yeah, if he was a bit more of an extrovert than an introvert, it could have been a lot worse.
Culty.
If he was more David Koresh, it probably could have been a lot worse.
Do you want to tell Polly about your experience, Johnny, or?
Well, which one?
I mean, the one that's on topic.
Oh,
you started a cult?
No.
He literally had a run-in with Ted Kaczynski.
Really?
Yeah, me and my dad did. Because my dad lives up in Lincoln.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny nearly brained him with a door. Well, this is where you extrapolate, Johnny. You just don't leave me hanging.
I mean, that's really all there is to it. Open the door, and he just happened to be there. We didn't even realize it was him until after he was arrested.
Exactly, Assassin. That's why he went on his rampage. Johnny was a snot-nosed little shit that didn't say excuse me.
Oh, my dad apologized.
Yeah, but you didn't.
Fuck no.
And he was worried about the state of the American youth. And there we go. Next thing you know, there's nail bombs going off in universities. Thanks, man.
Hey, that happened before we even interacted. That's
So you're saying he was further convinced that he was doing the right thing. Gotcha.
No,
What Johnny's not telling you is that he had his nose buried in a Game Boy playing Tetris.
And it all comes together. Kaczynski's hatred of technology. Yeah. It's,
no, it was yeah.
Apologize to the bomber, Johnny.
Well, it's a little late now.
No, apparently he's still kicking. You can write a letter to North Carolina. I mean, who knows, man? Maybe you can reminisce over the good old days.
Yeah, I send a letter apologizing. He just sends back a fuse.
Let's hope he can't get those in jail.
It's jail. You can get anything in
Yeah.
anything.
I mean, you
Right
can get a
after
gun in jail. I mean,
Right after I said it, I was like, well, I don't trust the prison system enough to be like, oh no, they definitely couldn't make bombs there. They probably can. I know they can make wine in a toilet, so yeah, anything's possible.
like I said, you can literally get a gun in jail.
No, it's funny because I watched both of the Mindhunters and the Ted K movie, and as soon as it got to the arrest part, they're talking about all the agents are like camping out in this hotel, and I'm like, okay, yeah, this is supposed to be set in Lincoln. Let's see what this looks like, and it all looks like Friday the 13th backwoods bullshit, and I'm like, that is not even close to what that looks like. They're like very cabin in the woodsy, like agents are just staked out in all these different like cabins that are just there, like the ones that are there. It is like cabin in the woods, but they're like, 20 feet apart away from each other. Like you have one here, you open the door, you see the other one right there. It's not a trek to go to the next cabin over.
You mentioned Mindhunter, and I wish they had done a third season because
Mindhunter?
they were building up to the BTK killer, and I would have liked to see how they finished off that
Manhunt
story arc.
That's what it was. My bad.
Oh, Manhunt. Okay, yeah, that's different.
And so yeah, it clearly wasn't set. It wasn't filmed in Lincoln, but Ted K was actually.
Is that the one you try to talk your ex into letting your kid be an extra?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good thing she's your ex, man. Her saying no to that's just like, come on now.
I was disappointed.
Yes, Sanguine, Dennis Rader. I'm aware of who BTK was. In fact, I had a conversation with my coworker the other night. He's a 22-year-old kid from Fresno. And so, like, how the fuck did you end up in Oklahoma, dude? Well, apparently we're getting our share of refugees too. But I just realized, because there's like an 11-year age gap between me and him, like how much different it was for like me versus him, going through school and what all we learned and stuff. Because I was just like naming off different books and stuff that I read in like English classes, in like high school, and he's like, no, didn't read that one, don't know that one. Like he didn't know, 1984 or Animal Farm, never heard of Ray Bradbury or Huxley or any of the good dystopian writers. Definitely didn't know Kurt Vonnegut. I was like, man, what are they teaching you guys? I was like, okay, Shakespeare. Did you guys read any Shakespeare? He's like, yeah, I think so. I was like, you think so? like, let me guess, Romeo and Juliet. He's like, yeah, we read that. I was like, is that it? Like, no, I think we read some other stuff. Like, oh wow, dude. And like trying to talk about movies, I might as well be talking to a brick wall. Kid's never seen Shawshank. Uh, never. It's like doesn't know any Hitchcock or anything like that. I was like, you never even seen Psycho? And talking about Psycho got me off on a tangent of like naming different serial killers. I was like, so you never heard of like Ed Gein or and just start rattling them off. I was like, wow, man, you got. I weep for today's youth.
And I don't want to be a downer on this one, but for the Ted K movie, they actually did not include being almost hit by a door.
I mean, that's like the crescendo right there.
That's the breaking point.
Well, if you stop threatening them with a hammer, Travis, that might improve your odds.
I'm not looking at chat, so I don't know where that came from.
He says, I never get to talk to coworkers in my van by myself.
I wonder why.
He deserved that, is his response. And now you know why you're in the van by yourself, Travis.
Travis is a lone wolf.
But no, it was funny because I was sitting there talking to my coworker, and I was just like I said, I rattled off like this list of serial killers, and I started with Psycho, Ed Gein, and then you've got of course everyone knows Ted Bundy and Jeffrey Dahmer. They make tons of movies and shit about those guys. But then you've also got like John Wayne Gacy and Dennis Rader, and he's like who? And I had a customer walk up. It's like 3:00 in the morning, so it's just me and this other guy standing here. It's like if Clerks was the graveyard shift, pretty much. And so I just turned to this customer. I was like, if I said the name Ed Gein to you, would that mean anything? He's like, yeah. I was like, what? He's like, Psycho. I was like, exactly. I mean, it's not like I was like naming Ed Kemper or anything like that.
I got nothing.
I think that's why everybody's really quiet at the moment.
Well, if you'd seen Mindhunter, Johnny.
I was more mad that they actually didn't use Lincoln, but
Wait.
And it was that movie was more, TV show was moreover like, here, let's have Sam Worthington like cheat on his wife and they get a divorce, and then he meets this other chick, and that's a whole thing.
I agree with the good doctor in chat. Best Shakespeare play is Julius Caesar. I enjoyed that one quite a bit. Rotten says, my school didn't read 1984 or Lord of the Flies, or I wasn't in that class. I had to read Lord of the Flies over the summer between 8th and 9th grade, and I fucking hated that book.
I read neither.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know if that's really. I think that just depends on the school district you're in, because we never read them either. So, like, I don't know if that's an age thing or just a school curriculum thing.
We read Romeo and Juliet my freshman year during the school year, and then Julius Caesar was sophomore English, and then I kind of tuned out like junior year onward. Because my junior year, that was focused on American literature, and the first one we started reading was The Scarlet Letter, and I just like, this is boring. I did start tuning back in like senior English when we were reading Beowulf. A small class C school, graduating class was like 64 people. Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I couldn't get through Beowulf.
That's actually the only thing I remember reading in my senior year of high school. Because
I don't think anyone in my class read Beowulf, even though we were supposed to.
Well, like my high school, the like senior AP English teacher, everyone, she had a reputation of being like a real hard ass, and like really tough on her students, which I was not even in her AP class. I was in her regular class, but both classes still end up reading Beowulf, and that was like the only thing I had read coming into the class. So like, she and I would actually sit there and talk about it, and she actually liked me. So like, everyone else is just like, Beowulf. It's like, it's an easy read. I don't know what you're bitching about, And of course, Sang was like, read it in modern and in old. Of course you did. Like, if she made me read it in old English, yeah, I would have started a shotgun. But no, we read it in regular, standard American, modern English.
Yeah, that's this kind of looks like Hardcore Henry, except for not in first person.
What?
Upgrade.
I never actually watched Hardcore Henry. I saw clips of it, and I don't know. The first person gimmick just didn't appeal to me.
It started off okay, but it was a headache. It was very much a headache from there.
I thought of it as like the shoot 'em up version of. Did you ever see that Comedy Central show, My Secret Girlfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I've seen this gimmick before, and I didn't like it the first time around, so pass. Sanguine, I have no idea what the fuck that means. Beowulf, a.k.a. Grinnell got roaches in his crib. Thank you for bringing it back to my level, Frost. I appreciate that. Well, no, like I remember reading Beowulf because I all of my friends in high school were like a grade or two ahead of me, so I knew what was coming ahead of time, and they all bitched about reading Beowulf, but a few of them thought that reading Grendel was hilarious, and I was looking forward to reading that in class. Oh, I feel sorry for you, Assassin. He had to read The Catcher in the Rye.
Yeah, that turns people crazy.
I can only remember one book from school. I've been sitting here thinking about it. I'm like, did I read these books? And I just forgot. I only remember The Giver.
Well, I remember like my freshman English class fairly well because not only did we end up reading these books, but the teacher would also find like film adaptations of them. And I really hated reading Romeo and Juliet because, of course, like all the girls are swooning about how romantic it is. I'm like, did you actually fucking read this? Like 6 people died because 2 teenagers couldn't keep it in their fucking pants. You know. But then, of course, on top of that, to add salt to the wound, we had to watch the fucking Leonardo DiCaprio version of the movie. And it's no titties involved. It was really just sad.
I do remember reading Shakespeare in school, and I never did get people thinking, like, they called Romeo and Juliet a romance, and I'm like, no, this is some scary shit. Like, 13-year-olds, like, got met, and then 2 weeks later, everybody's dead. Like,
yeah,
this isn't even like, oh, it's such a heartfelt romance. They just barely met each other, and then they both killed themselves. Like, this is not a romance movie at all.
But then we had to read Frankenstein, and I get it. You're a grotesque freak of nature, but you're also like a super genius who learned French in like a weekend. So I mean, it's not all bad. Well, on the plus side, though, instead of like actually watching one of the like old Frankenstein movies, the teacher decided to lighten the mood and let us watch Young Frankenstein. And I had seen that movie like a million times already, so I'm just sitting there like going along quoting it from the back of the room. I ain't got nobody, and nobody cares for me.
Agreed, Frosted. Agreed.
I've got this theory that if it wasn't for Catcher in the Rye, Jodie Foster wouldn't be a lesbian.
Well, I mean, John Lennon would still be alive too.
Yeah, that was no loss.
Yeah.
But Jodie Foster's a lesbian. That was a loss.
Did she become a lesbian because Hinckley tried to shoot Reagan?
Yeah, I figure that that's my theory. That if Hinckley hadn't read Catcher in the Rye, he wouldn't have lost his mind. He wouldn't have identified so strongly with Taxi Driver, and then thus wouldn't have developed his bizarre fixation on Jodie Foster, wouldn't have followed her to fucking college at Yale, wouldn't have harassed her and given her weird impressions about men, and then trying to reenact what happened in Taxi Driver with Robert De Niro's character going after the senator. Hinckley gets in his idea in his mind that I'm going to impress Jodie Foster, who was the character in the film, by shooting Reagan in the same way. And thus she was turned off of all men for life and turned into a lesbian. So Catcher in the Rye is responsible for Jodie Foster being a lesbian. That's my theory.
But on the other side...
Is it also your contention that if she weren't a lesbian, she'd be a better actress?
No, I'm saying if she wasn't a lesbian, I might have had a shot. And so,
No, you didn't.
You don't know that. Jodie Foster's what? You don't like Jodie Foster as an actress?
I mean, I like movies she's been in, but I mean,
if you
could easily replace her, and I wouldn't notice.
If you can invent a time machine, what would you do? Go kill Hitler? No, I'd go stop Hinckley from getting shot by some psycho.
You mean Reagan?
Oh yeah,
shot by some psycho.
That way he can try to bone her.
So I can bone Jodie Foster.
I actually had a chance to stay at the Washington Hilton when I was in junior high, and apparently even in 2002 it was considered in poor taste to reenact the shooting. My mom was not amused. You just walk out waving and just drop. Yeah, she didn't find it funny at all.
Assassin thinks she's not hot enough for you, Ploy.
Well, I'm looking forward to True Detective Season 4, starring Jodie Foster. I'm really, really looking forward to it.
Who is in Season 3?
Nick Pizzolatto's a fucking genius, so I'm looking forward to see what he comes up with.
Okay, see, I know it was McConaughey and Harrelson in 1, and then you had
Vince Vaughn and Colin Farrell for 2.
Wasn't Rachel McAdams also in 2?
Mm-hmm.
Who was in 3?
Oh shit, what's his name? Guy from Gay Moon. What was it called?
Gay Moon.
I don't know. It won the Academy Award. It was something Moon, and he was gay. Gay Moon.
Moonlighting?
Is that Stephen Dorff?
Yeah, and Stephen Dorff was his partner, detective partner.
Stephen Dorff and Marshala Ali.
Oh, Muslim Blade. Okay.
Marshala Ali.
Have you heard any news on that? 'Cause I keep hearing like they keep running to issues with his Blade that they're supposed to be making.
I haven't heard anything about it now. I just got my ears open for. I think it's a fucking, again, Nick Pizzolatto is a stroke of fucking genius. I'm gonna do a neo noir and like, okay, so I've done Southern Gothic, I've done industrial Los Angeles, and then Midwest. Okay, what other places would a neo noir fit in? And all of a sudden he's like, wait a minute, Alaska. I'm like, holy shit, that's brilliant. No one has ever done a neo noir or a noir in a frozen wasteland, and it's a perfect setting for one. You know, it's dark for like 3 months at a time. Are you kidding me? And Jodie Foster is a detective up there, and she's not playing like attempting to play like young lady. She's like gray haired Jodie Foster. I'm down for this, man. I'm hyped.
Polly likes the Silver Fox is confirmed. Okay. Assassin said that that Blade has been canceled. Well, I mean, that dude is a good actor, but I'm not sad to hear that project has been canceled.
Yeah, it's no big loss.
We already have, we already have Blade.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this says, from the Marvel website, September 6th, 2024. But I think it's like, what, the 20th time it's been moved back?
Well, I mean, like they've lost like multiple directors. I don't know if they even had I think they were having problems with like the script writing. Like it's everything I've ever heard about this project has been like, yeah, here's another issue, and here's another roadblock, and so. But yeah, I mean, we already have, like how are you going to top that first Blade movie? Honestly, I mean. Granted, the special effects probably aren't holding up as well. It's been a while since I went back and watched it, but still, I mean, like that's like the first R-rated comic book movie I remember seeing.
Stephen Dorff acting
like
a
good,
wacky, wild, inflatable, arm-waving tube man. Yeah.
I liked him as Frost. The problem that I had with Blade, like the first one, like, yeah, it's good overall, but it could have been better by knocking out the whole Blood God storyline. What the hell was that?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
you didn't like La Magra?
No, they're trying to introduce like this whole world where there's vampires and whatever, and do all the world building, and they did a good job of that. And then they just kept and they kept stuffing stuff into it. It was what was wrong with Spider-Man 3, with Raimi's Spider-Man 3. It's just let's pile more crap in there. It's what was wrong with Batman v Superman. He said, let's jam some more shit into the script. Why not?
I like Thomas Hayden Church as Sandman, but whoever thought Topher Grace as Eddie Brock?
Right.
I mean, you should just slap them for the New York City phone book.
Oh,
that was horrible casting.
That was so dumb.
Very much.
Like they brought back Sandman for was it No Way Home, right?
Yeah,
he was one of them. I gotta be honest, man. Like I really stopped paying attention after. I tried to watch like WandaVision after like Endgame and everything, and I was like, you know what? No, I'm good. I'm done. This makes no sense. I'm out. But I heard No Way Home was supposedly good. I was like, okay, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, it was passable.
It's all right.
Don't plan on seeing
Could have been better. Could have been worse.
And I don't know like what they're doing with DC. It's like I can't get invested in that one.
Oh god, I am don't even because look, on the one hand, it's nice to see Keaton in the bat suit again, but on the other hand,
I'm
I
not
am
watching Ezra Miller for 2 hours
no,
to see
I
Michael
am not
Keaton.
watching it, and I am scared because I've seen the trailer just out of curiosity, and I am scared that they're gonna bastardize the Flashpoint timeline, and I am just not. I like the Flashpoint storyline. Don't fuck it up for me. Don't fuck it up, you bastards, or else someone should do to you what Zoom got in the end of the Flashpoint storyline.
It's already been done. It's animated and it's way better.
Exactly.
That's what I've heard. Like, if people have told me, it's like, if you want to get into DC, just watch the animated stuff. It's really good. Just stay
Well,
away from the live action.
not all of it, but most of it, yes.
You know, I still maintain that Batman v Superman was a better movie than Dark Knight Rises.
That's kind of a low bar, though.
It is. I get that. To be clear, I'm not saying Batman v Superman was a good movie. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it was better than Dark Knight Rises. Do you know what I mean? That's. I remember Scribe got real bent out of shape when I said that. He's like, "What? How could you possibly say Batman v Superman was a good film?" I didn't say that. I said that this piece of shit was in fact better than this piece of shit. It's just. Yeah, everybody gives the Nolan verse this big huge pass, and I'm like, actually watch that film. I'll be hire a fucking editor. Holy crap! And Bane, I get a lot of people liked him. I didn't.
Get a better Talia.
Yeah.
Is that the Batman that Ben played?
Yes,
No.
it was.
See, I enjoyed that they actually portrayed Batman as a guy with mental illness in that one.
Yeah.
Because,
I love me some Batfleck.
Because literally, that is his story arc. He got, post-traumatic stress from watching his parents get murdered. And then he's just like this crazy dude in a bat outfit that beats people up. Like that.
Yeah, pretty much.
He just happens to be rich.
And pretty fucking badass.
See, I never watched Batman v Superman because I saw Man of Steel, and I was like, no. I mean, I liked Henry Cavill. I thought the casting of him was good. He looked the part. But I was like, you're gonna have Kevin Costner playing Pa Kent, and you're gonna kill him off in a tornado.
Let's see. Costner rocks in everything he does. I don't want to hear otherwise.
I'm not shitting on him playing his, Papa Kent. All right, I'm saying the way that they kill him off. That was bullshit.
Hey, Paul, have you seen Mr. Brooks?
Yeah, absolutely. Mr. Brooks, great movie. Underrated.
I liked everything except for Dane Cook in that movie.
Yeah, if there was a weakness, it was him. The interaction between Hurt and Costner, like as his imaginary dark passenger, if you know what I mean, was fan-fucking-tastic. It was great. Yeah, Dane Cook. There's always a problem with every Hollywood film, isn't there? Like there's always one big, strong, weak link,
And I don't think what I think I necessarily thought was wrong with his character was it wasn't who he was portrayed in the trailer. In the trailer, you got one person. In the movie, you got a douchebag.
So Dane Cook.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm joking. I actually don't want to shit on Dane Cook. He's a decent enough actor, I suppose, for being a comedian, but he's also kind of a joke thief. And I mean, is he even doing stand up anymore? Does anybody even like go see him? Because he used to be selling out like Madison Square Garden and shit.
Yeah, he still does.
Same thing with Amy Schumer.
Who brought it up? Someone brought up Cocaine Bear, or Travis. Cocaine Bear, the movie. I don't know if I'm actually going to want to watch it, but I know
I'm going to see it next weekend.
I can't wait to watch it.
I know everybody here hates TikTok, but they actually had an edit of the trailer for Cocaine Bear with a theme song someone made up, and it was hilarious. I could not stop laughing.
Yeah, going to see Cocaine Bear is going to be my birthday present to myself.
Attaboy.
Going to have me a nice steak dinner.
Hey, I will
go to
give
the
them
movie theater.
I will give them they at least thought of something new. Unless there was like one in the 70s, but they just redid it.
Probably.
Assassin said, lots of comedians are joke thieves. It seems we only complain about certain ones doing it. I complain about the ones that I know of doing it. If you've got dirt on other ones, I'm more than willing to hear you out. But like, I mean, the big ones I've seen have been like Dane Cook ripping off like Louis C.K., Amy Schumer ripping off fucking everybody, Carlos Mencia fucking ripping off everybody, alive and dead. So, like, those are the ones I've seen, you know, like side by sides, like, oh yeah, this is beat for beat, fucking lifted. Dennis Leary, that's another one. So,
I mean, if you really want to push it, Lily Singh.
are you really gonna classify her as a comedian?
Right.
That's a good point.
Like, come on, man.
I mean, Johnny, we had a whole series where we were watching bad stand-up comedy. Guess what? She never made the list because she doesn't do stand-up comedy.
She barely stands up.
That is true. In fact, the last time Polly and I streamed was
Oh
because
yeah,
of that.
thank you for reminding me about that, Rotten. The Machine. I'm looking forward to that one too.
Which one?
Burt Kreischer's movie, The Machine.
Ah, yes.
So that I don't even. When does that one come out? I don't remember. It's sometime this year. I have to look it up now.
Already
Hey,
on.
hey, Play, can I be a petty bitch for a minute?
No.
Okay.
What's up?
You said no. All right. No. I was just thinking the whole Jodie Foster thing, or if that's her name. I'm bad with names. But like,
Yeah.
you're okay with that age difference, but when you learned me and Chris's age difference, you yelled "ew."
May 26, 2023.
Yep.
I doubt that. I yelled
You
ew.
did because you realized he's the same age as you.
Sanguine says History of the World Part 2 has me worried. It's like, it should, sir. It should have you worried. I think it's already out, though, isn't it?
It's sketch comedy, and it is not a movie.
And then you were like, "Ew," but you're like a mom. I'm like, I am like a mom because I am one, but bitch.
Ew, you're like a mom.
And Chris is like a dad. He just happens to be the same age as you.
March 6th is.
That's funny.
What, History of the World Part 2?
Yep.
I'm not even going to bother watching it.
Nope.
Like it completely misses the whole point of the joke of naming the first movie Part 1. There was never supposed to be a Part 2. Next thing you know, they'll start making Jews in space.
They did.
We've already had this conversation.
Yeah.
the rest of the chat and the rest of people on this stream haven't heard it though yet. Polly, go ahead. I mean, since you're here, I should try and find that meme.
Why do I always get worried when y'all say meme?
Well, I showed Polly a Star Trek meme earlier, and he liked it. But I'm more of a Stargate guy, and I wanted to show him one. I've got somewhere. I need to organize all my memes, but I've got one that's juxtaposing Stargate and Star Trek.
I watched both. I like Stargate Atlantis.
It was okay. Polly will not appreciate that one though, and you know why.
Yeah, I know exactly why. His jealousy issues.
No, I'm fine. She finally shook herself with his dumbass. So it's
See, it's going back and forth in the news. They may still be back together. They might not. Like, it's going back and forth of that. No, they're totally divorced, or no, they got back together. Who knows? For all I know, they're just in an open relationship now.
Yeah.
Dr. Funkenstein's the first person I've seen that says that they actually like Stargate Universe. Everyone else is like, nope, don't watch it. Don't even bother. Leave it alone.
I liked it.
I have to organize my memes. Is one of the nerdiest things I've ever heard. Okay, Frosted. Let he who is without sin cast the first stone, sir. At least I'm not a ginger.
Y'all should see Polly's Christmas movie file. That thing should probably be organized. Did you ever organize it? I haven't asked. Is he even here?
Yeah, he's here.
Allegedly.
Lloyd!
He's
What?
having
Did you ever organize your Christmas movies?
I did actually. It's funny you ask. I did. Yeah. Throughout December, I organized them, and they're all in their little separate folders now, and whatnot. There's Christmas horror. There's animated. Yeah. They're all properly titled and years on them and whatnot. Kefke and I watched a whole bunch of Christmas horror films in a row. It was great fun.
So how did you decide to organize them? Was it like by year or genre? Or...
Well, by genre, like I said, there's the Christmas. It's just called Christmas movies and specials because I couldn't think of another name to call it. That's like the master folder. And then when you go in there, there's like separate folders for Christmas animated, Christmas horror, and then Christmas features is what I call it, like so general Hollywood movies. So your Scrooged fits in there, and National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation and stuff like that. And then there's Christmas specials, and then one whole folder for just Rankin and Bass stuff. So Rudolph and the Island of Misfit Toys, the sequel, and then Frosty the Snowman, etc. Because they've got so many. Yep, Rankin and Bass deserve their own folder.
Did you ever find that Christmas Otter movie? Sorry.
I did. The Jim Henson one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did. Absolutely.
Polly, I've got to ask. Which folder is Die Hard in?
The features.
Ah, okay.
It's in there along with the forgotten mainstream huge Christmas movie that no one ever thinks of as a Christmas movie, Trading Places, with Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy. And
of course that's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, but nobody ever thinks of it as one. Yeah,
I've heard on the radio station around New Year's time, they were saying that was a New Year's movie. It's like, no, it's not. That's totally Christmas. Come on.
Yeah, it's full on Christmas movie.
Did you hear the sad news today that came out?
Well, every day, but which
about
one today?
Bruce Willis?
Yeah, the Bruce Willis news.
Yeah, I heard it.
What?
He, they came out. His family came out like last year and said he had aphasia, and that's why he was stepping away from acting.
Yeah.
They got a new diagnosis, and it's a form of dementia.
Really?
Yeah, frontal temporal, like the
yeah, FTD, frontotemporal dementia or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man's only in his 60s too. That's rough.
The youngest person with dementia I took care of was 45. Like, it can happen fairly young.
Well, I mean, like when I was, of course, when you're a kid, it's like, oh man, 60, that's old. And like now I'm sitting here like mid 30s, I'm like, 60 ain't that old.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, when they said he had aphasia, I was like, yeah, he might have dementia. And then it came out he has dementia. I was like, oh, dude, that sucks.
It makes a lot of sense why he was taking like every acting gig he could there, like this past few years. Like he was saving up money for his family, for when he couldn't provide for him anymore.
And of course, Sanguine knows the proper term. I know it by the letters, the FTD. I bad with words.
Well, I've been up for a full 24 hours, and I'm just wired on energy drinks, and everything, including the chat, is fuzzy at the moment. So
yeah, my like all my notes at work used to just be like a lot of the abbreviations for fucking everything.
I think my recall was fairly decent, given the circumstances.
No, but
Oh.
yeah, that's a bummer because he, like you grow up with Bruce Willis, and to think of him actually, being elderly or sick is like a weird thought.
Yeah.
Hey, Polly.
Yeah.
Johnny and I both lateral thinking came to the same idea, and I want to run this by you, see if maybe we could pass this off to you because I don't want to do any real work. I
But I do.
Well, I mean, maybe I don't know.
Okay, what is it?
We both had an idea for a game, and I kind of got a little bit more fleshed out. But then again, this could just be the energy drinks talking. Are you the Twitter account Mug Shotties, right?
No.
Oh well. This could be even better then, sir. Mug Shotties is an account where they take hot chicks mugshots and they tell you like what they did to get booked in. And I was thinking of making a game called Can You Fix Her?
The answer is always actually no.
Well, I mean, YouTube audience is predominantly male, so some dudes are going to try. But
Depends on how hot she is.
well,
Yeah.
the thing is like you show just the picture first, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you get like the preliminary, yay or nay on the smash or pass. And then you go ahead and tell them what they're charged with.
Or you can include that in the game of guessing what they're charged with.
Yes, exactly. I mean, there's options here, Polly.
Yeah.
Mug shotties?
Yeah.
Let's bring up a couple.
Well, I've got their latest one, and that's Keeves probably knows this story because it's Wisconsin based.
Because she knows
There's a bunch of dudes in here.
What? No. All the ones I've seen scrolling have been chicks.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I meant Mugs hotties.
Ah, see.
Yeah, that's the dude version.
Oh, there's girls in here, but there's a bunch of dudes too.
I've been scrolling a while here. I'm seeing chicks.
Yep. The original is the best.
How do you spell it?
That's like Law and Order.
MUGSHAWTYS.
Okay.
But yeah, the first chick on here, and just go ahead and spoil it, allegedly decapitated a man during sex and continued to perform sexual acts on his dead body and mutilated his corpse with a bread knife. Then put his severed head and penis in a bucket and other body parts in a crock pot.
And guys will still hook up with her.
Oh yeah, I knew this sounded familiar. On Wednesday's AAA, I did an article about her because she attacked her defense attorney right in the middle of court.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's how you prove innocence.
No, they're trying to go for she's too crazy to be held responsible.
Not still hold her responsible. Either way. That's why they have. That's
Poppy, I rest my case. Right in chat, Frosty says, got her number?
Yeah, I said guys will still hook up with her. If she is hot enough, it doesn't matter what she did to another man. They'll be like, well, I'm prepared. I have warning this time. Trust me, I have guy friends who I will blatantly look at and go, no, she'll catch your car on fire and try to kill your mom. Don't date her.
Just don't let her put a dog leash on you while you're doing the nasty, and she's got meth strength, and you're golden.
And
actually,
they will still date her. They will.
Actually, it's really funny. Going back
Travis.
to my
Yeah,
dad.
I seen her pick, and maybe.
Going back to talking about my dad, I have discovered that at a young age, one of my first life lessons was never tell a woman you love her when you don't mean it.
Yeah.
He had what he called, because I had to ask him about this story because no one would tell me. I had to get it from him. And when I finally got him to actually tell me about it, he relayed the tale of when it was him and my uncle at his house, and he had what is called a weekender, and so she had thought that this was going to be, oh, this guy's taking me out to his house. It's going to be a romantic weekend. No, it was the three of them getting shit faced, and then my dad finally hooking up with her one evening. And then when the weekend was over, he's like, deuces, like. And she's like, but you said you loved me. He goes, yeah, maybe.
Oh, see, Frost is even helping out with the game here. See, you don't have to do that much work, Polly. Frost is helping out too. You got to introduce the game with the "Can we fix it? Yes, we can" from Bob the Builder.
Well, she came back and burnt his house down.
Yeah, that's not really surprising.
Well, and then come to find out, 40 years later, she had a kid. And it was his.
Oh, no.
She had a kid 40 years later? Wow.
No.
That's a mighty strong sperm.
Damn.
No, we found out 40 years later that she had a kid. And
I'm not hearing the difference.
Hey, if you're gonna have sex with crazy, put a condom on. It's important. At least you didn't like track him down with the kid.
oh no,
You
he tracked him down later.
Yeah.
I could have said something really horrible, but I'm trying to not make people think I'm Jack, so. and too many people on this panel are already playing along with it, so.
Speaking of which, Johnny better hurry up because Jack's got a stream coming up, so Camel
you,
might not leave soon. Hey, I was perfectly content leaving it alone, but you had to bring it up. You had to roll out the red carpet.
You know, it's an illusion to think that he was talking about me when he's actually talking about himself.
All right, I actually have to make a quick phone call and then go get something to eat because I haven't eaten since lunch, and all I had then was a half sandwich, which sucks. So I'm going to go make a call before I no longer have the time to do so and eat. So thank you for having me on. It was fun. Great talking to a bunch of people, especially you, Poptart, because we don't get to talk often enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't work anymore, so just hit me up, dude.
Cool. Well, you know, I'm on the Discord, so it's, you know.
Yeah, but you're always busy. You have like 15 live streams and friends and shit.
And I know what grass feels like.
Yeah. I'm allergic to it, so I don't. But
Well, not right now. I don't. It's dead or covered in snow. But you get my point.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna talk to all you guys later. Have a good night.
Right.
Later, Polly.
See ya.
Bye, hun.
No, that would be an interesting game.
I have the feeling a lot of the answers, if the chick is hot, which a lot of them are, when you're that crazy, like prison level crazy, they're usually hot.
Well, there's a few on here that aren't.
Yeah.
There's one that I saw as I was scrolling. I decided to dub her Tuesday Adams.
But like,
I think
feel
I know
like
exactly who you're talking about too.
I feel like a lot of the answers will be that they can fix them.
Well, I see that's the thing. Like, you'd have. I guess you'd have to have like maybe a start like a poll in chat. You know, have like a Price is Right component to have like the other people on the show like decide. You know,
was
without going over what percentage of the chat says yay or nay. Nope, not that one.
Okay, that was another one that popped up.
She just looks like she's in the early stages of mess.
Well, most of them actually do.
Yeah.
That was aggravated stalking.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Aggravated stalking. I'm calling her Tuesday Adams just because of the style of dress. Travis, god damn, dude. Wood. You're skewing the results here, man.
Oh no, never mind. I now think I know which one you're talking about. I must have been thinking about another one, but let's try this.
Well, I mean, if your sentence is long enough, everyone eventually goes gay for the stay, Sanguine. Come on.
Is that the one you were talking about?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, Travis. We already know. You don't even have to put it in chat.
Travis
No,
is a little hard
the other
up.
one I was thinking was this one.
No, that's a Latino woman. You just need to stay away from those in general, unless you.
Those eyebrows. I mean,
Wow.
I cut
browsers.
bitch.
Yeah. Travis like double wood. Wood. We know, man. We know. Travis is gonna be like, he's probably like looking up like what it takes to become a bail bondsman in Florida right now as we speak.
All right, so we'll try it out on you guys with the game. I'll just pick one at random.
Yeah, without showing the case, just the face, no case. All right.
Sounds like a slogan.
All face, no case.
Yeah, come on, guys. She's not even that pretty.
Give us a poll in chat, Johnny. I can't do it because you're the one running the show here. Yes, no.
We got a meh from Travis this time.
On the downside, you're gonna have to pay her legal fees. On the plus side, she can obviously take a punch to the face. I mean, what do you think, fellas?
Getting mostly no's so far. Travis just is a meh, so probably if he was really bored.
Doc says, "White trash?" Question mark. Smash.
Looks like someone already tried to fix her.
We are horrible people. But yeah, I guess this would, like I said, maybe add like a Price is Right component where participants on stream would actually have to guess without going over, what percentage would.
Speak slowly, blink slowly. Can't fucking talk.
Getting a lot of no's.
No fast movements. Looks like her nose has already been broken. She has a deviated septum.
Is that from back talking or from the cocaine?
Yes.
Sanguine, yes. Blink slothfully, Johnny.
Well, that works as slowly too, damn it.
Slothily and very slowly.
Johnny's gonna be sitting there blinking out. Hey, you guys.
Yeah, Chris isn't into blondes either. In chat, that Travis and Frosted are saying, blondes aren't that interesting.
Wait, Tyr, did you change your name again?
Yeah, Dr. Funkenstein.
Okay.
White trash thoughts get my goat. Oh.
Keeve, are you trying to hook up with people in chat? They're talking about which ones are better. She's like, I'm a brunette with red undertones.
Travis wants a ginger felon.
So what are we gonna guess?
I'm gonna guess the maternity's pass.
Are we guessing how many people want her or what she did?
What she did.
Oh, okay.
Got in a fight with her meth head boyfriend.
Yeah, domestic dispute.
I don't know why I always go to meth head, but
And Poppy in 1. Good shout.
Let's see.
Pull it up, Johnny. Tell her how right she is.
Domestic violence and disorderly conduct. Fought back against abusive boyfriend.
yeah.
I
Which-
mean, the meth is implied there, but
Yeah.
aside from that, 100%. Way to go.
Because she doesn't look like she's super into the meth, but let's see a picture of the boyfriend. Just say it. She looks like the type that would date a meth head.
And obviously, he only had to tell her once.
Yeah, I grew up with all criminals. I'm pretty good at guessing which is which. Like, from my experience.
Oh, it looks like I found a picture of the boyfriend.
Oh, did
No
you?
way.
Nah, Travis, that's just the come down. That's not sleeping meds.
And this was before the fight.
No, that's not actually there. But I just googled meth head. Like,
I mean, close enough.
Frosted. Dad?
Now we just got all the chat like naming off what women they like. Like Assassin says blue green eyes and ginger.
No, he's taking umbrage with me saying that Travis wants a ginger felon. He said, no, there's a difference between redhead and ginger.
Yeah, that's true. Ginger is like that bright red, like orange. So 54% pass, 36 meh. I like that was an option. And 9% smash. So 9% of you. No, I'm playing. What is wrong with you? But
we're gonna go one more because this one popped up.
no, okay, Keith. Redheads can be anyone with red in their hair, like darker red into auburn. And ginger is that bright one, like the orange. That's a ginger. Like when you can call someone a carrot head, that's a ginger.
Usually with the compliment of freckles for all the souls they've stolen.
Oh, dude, no, because everybody in my family has a lot of freckles.
Well, no, I'm
Not
saying
just
it's a
ginger.
combination of the two, not just the red hair.
Yeah, well, we all have red in our hair too. That's right, because she was saying that apparently women are gingers, or women are redheads, men are gingers, and I'm like, no, there's lots of women gingers. They also look very awkward. What the? Is that a person?
Yes.
Looks like a sex doll. It looks like it has a rubber face, and it's kind of
Well,
evil.
Poppy, if you get locked up and you've got enough smokes, I mean, that is a
Yeah.
possibility.
No, thank you. I feel like she might try to suck your soul out of your eyeball.
I mean, some people in Asia pay good money for that.
What? I'm trying to figure out why people would see those eyes and think, yeah, I want to hit that. But I guess, guys.
See, I see those eyes and I think I want to hit that. With a steel
Yeah,
bat.
y'all take red flags as to go sign. Like, wow.
You did not let me finish.
She wants to hit
Said with a
that.
steel bat. Jesus Christ, woman.
Sanguine. No, she'll bite it off.
Sadly, that's my
I-
guess.
I'm not fully convinced she's not. I'm not fully convinced this is not a Pinocchio scenario where a sex doll came to life, but
I'm a real whore.
like, I'm sorry, I'm having that. Okay, this is might piss some people off. Like, I'm having the moment that Chris had when he first saw Blair White. Because I showed him a picture of Blair White that was on Twitter like a few years ago, and he's like, "Why did someone take a sex doll to a conference?" And I'm like, "That's a person." And he's like, "Really?"
All right. So what are we thinking that she did?
Oh, that one's tough.
Attempted to remove body part from an individual.
Arson.
I mean, the skin's clear, but you can't see the teeth. So, I mean, meth is a toss-up, and if it is meth, it's very early stages. Oh,
I say arson or necrophilia.
well, you think she's cracking open a cold one? Really?
It's a lot of women do actually, like morticians and shit.
I'm sorry, what?
It's happened. Lots of arrests.
I'm sorry, what?
And the winner is...
It is theft.
Ah.
Stole $15,000 and passports from a group of Canadian tourists in Vegas.
Della, you got a shot, buddy. Get in there.
I put pass in my vote. Bro, she's stealing Canadian money. She's not even stealing real money. What the fuck? This is
No. She stole Canadian passports. I'm gonna bet you that was American cash she stole after they got it for the exchange.
She does look like a narcissist, though.
Man, she doesn't look like she's crossing no border. Yeah, you got a point.
And there's a lot of woods on here.
Y'all are some nutbags.
This guy, they probably deserved it.
Well, I mean, look, they're Canadian. It goes without saying, but that's beside the point.
I mean, Tier did call it. He said robbery.
He would.
That's a fun game, though.
Although he wasn't very sure because he also went with assault with a deadly weapon after too. So.
Half credit. I mean, we grade on a curve around here. We don't do Common Core, but we do grade on a curve.
No, I was thinking half credit too, so that's fair.
Oh Lord.
God no. God no.
I've seen a few different meme templates for the wood response. Yeah. Travis wants a little slap and tickle. He's like, assault. Please be assault.
This is okay. This is my.
Gosh.
I like this one.
Yeah. I've seen that one too.
Jesus Christ.
That sounds
8
like
out
a
of
cue,
10.
Johnny.
What was that?
Oh, Poppy's yawning. I've been up for over 24 now. I think that's a cue.
Yeah. Probably a good idea. Because I should probably get going to bed soon. But yeah.
Sanguine, he's adding to it. He says need to mix in some cat shame pictures as well.
Ew.
They're cats. There is no shame.
That is true. Yeah.
They would need a conscience to have shame, Sanguine. And we all know cats are sociopaths.
Indeed.
Yeah, I realize that, but I stand by what I said.
So we have 36 for smash and pass, and 27 for meh.
Yeah, who hurt you?
Apparently women.
And they've never gotten
Clearly.
over it.
But I mean, that would be pretty hard to get over if that happened to me. Yeah.
But see, Johnny, I think you're skewing the results with the third option. Going forward for the game, you should just have the smash or the pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all good games need a good meme, and man is what we got for now.
Yeah, but I mean, like if we're actually doing this as a game, you could have like 1 point for guessing correctly the crime, 1 point for guessing, Price is Right style the chat response.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for coming out. We've been your minions. And thank you for beta testing. Can you fix her? Yeah. Remember to get your get your pet spayed and neutered, folks.
I should get that clipped.
What, Bob Barker or me?
Bob Barker.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. I was gonna say he did it better.
We'll probably get a strike just on that phrase alone. But no, we'll go with parting thoughts. Poppy?
I'm gonna go make moves. And then sleep. But thanks for having me.
All right, no problem. Della?
See, now all I can think about is Bob Barker saying being told the price is wrong.
Bitch.
Yeah, pretty much.
And Camel?
Well, Polly ducked out before parting thoughts, so I'll go ahead and give you one for him in his absence, and I'll quote Dean Martin. You're not drunk if you can lay on the floor without holding on.
And I'll go with my old one. I don't like pain. It hurts me. And with that, the zoo is closed. Have a good night, everyone.
Night.
Bye, everybody.
It's
Goodbye.
pain. It's not supposed to feel good.
Doesn't have to feel good, just don't have to bitch about it.
But I wanna.
Atta girl.